Okay, good afternoon, our loyal viewers. This is Harambe Media, and we are at Mawego National Polytechnic in the office of the President, Mawego National Polytechnic. With all due respect, let me uh, do a quick interview with the President. Some issues that are uprising, and want to hear from him. What is his take about everything as the President of Mawego National Polytechnic? To you, Mr. President, you can kindly introduce yourself to the
Uh,
viewers.
Thank you. Good afternoon, viewers. I'm Were Ephraim Odiambo, student in Mawego, taking building as a course, that is diploma in building module 3. Currently, the school president 2025-2026.
Thank you very much. Just to start with, as the current president of Moabu National Polytechnic, yes, I can recall, let me start just a flashback. During our elections, we
Yes.
had some manifestos, and so far, so good. We would love to know
Yes.
how far have you gone with your manifesto?
Thank you. And during our campaigns, the whole of the team that we were campaigning with, actually, the whole team were advocating for a common manifestos, and one of them being the maximum into the school system. Another one is maximum registration of external examination and the working students working program. So I want to begin by one, that is the maximum interest into the system. I can surely affirm to each and every other person or all the students of Mawego that we've really worked on that. And as at last semester, from the time we were elected, from the time we saw in and got into the office, I can surely tell you that a good number of the students get into the system, unless those that never wanted to get into the system. But we tried. It was the first time that people got into the system until almost a week to an external exam. People were still getting in the system. It was the time that the amount that was requested to get into the system was lowered from 5,000 or 10,000, whatever, to 2,000. Last semester, people were getting into the system with 2,000 shillings. When it comes to exam registration, I know CDAC and modularized is still ongoing, but for the next students, the November next series students, I can also affirm to you that 100% of us registered, regardless of the fee arrears. I was here during the holiday, and I witnessed students registering for NEC examination with, there's a lady who even registered with the arrears of 144,000. So we were working to ensure that all of us register for their paper so that when your stipulated time to be in the school comes to an end, then it finds that you are done with your examination, you are done with your studies, and you are doing your papers and going away. The only thing that we are still working on now is the registration for CDAC and modularized examination, of which is also running very smoothly. And our offices are open for each and every other person who might be having a problem or a challenge in registering these papers. But we'll make sure that at least 80% of us register for the modularized and CDAC examination. When we come on to working program, those are the three main agendas. When it comes to student working program, during the holiday, it was witnessed that most of the students who were around, at least they found something to do within the school compound. There were some renovations that were being done in the school, and all these were done by the students who were around by that time. So that was also moving on smoothly. Even though with the working program, it's not something that you can wake up today and say tomorrow we are having this one and it should be worked on. All these things requires a finance, and therefore there is a procedure of getting this on over. But during the holidays, we usually have some programs that will involve the students and the community. So we are working on the manifestos that were promised, and I think those are the three major manifestos that we had.
Okay, if I may ask,
Yes,
considering your manifesto is 100%,
yes.
how far have you gone with the manifesto in
Oh.
percentage?
I can tell you without doubt that when we were getting to the office, in fact, we were elected as a coalition, and therefore our work, we always work as a unit. They all mnapos a team. So, with our manifestos and whatever was promised, I think we are almost at 80% if I'm not wrong, because you find that if we go by whatever has been done by each and every CSS, then I can assure you that we are almost at 80%. For example, the whole team, let me now talk of the whole team. You all know that the whole team through CS Nutrition, we are having the dining hall tables in the kitchen. We are having the pay bill at the cafeteria. The whole team through the office of the deputy president, I think for those who are here, you are all aware that for continuing students, when you are registering for exam, you are not required to pay the 100 shillings for the photo. You are not required. It's only the new student. If you are registering for the first time, that's when you will pay the 100 bob. But when you are continuing either registering for the second paper, for the third paper, you are not required to use that to pay that 100 bob. So as a team, through the office of the deputy president, we've also worked on that, and some other numerous things that we are always working on to. You see, other CSS are also on their work. As we speak today, this morning, from CS Health, our dispensary as at today, is fully packaged with medicine, and without doubt, saizi ukienda hapo utapata kuna dawa. So we are working, we are really working, and we are almost heading to the end. In fact, if we start mentioning whatever has been achieved one by one, I think you can surely affirm that all this team is up to task.
Okay, another question about the current issue that is uprising
Yes.
concerning the current situation at Kisumu National Polytechnic. We've seen in the internet, probably, let me say, the Facebook, we've heard and we've seen there's an external pressure from other students. They want to be like Kisumu Poly. As a school and as the student leader,
Yes.
what's your take on this? Someone is saying that Mawego National Polytechnic, we should also be on strike because some few individuals have had issues with their fee, but then they don't have a clear information or a clear evidence that can state very well that their fee is having a problem. What's your take as the president?
With Kisumu Poly, just the other day, the president Kisumu National Polytechnic was being interviewed at my young, and I think we are all aware, even before that interview, we are all aware of whatever is happening in Kisumu Poly, and how I wish if we could have been in Kisumu Poly, we could have also been on the street, because that is something that is of great concern. For example, at the time, Salah Sadem explained very well that the reason as to why they are on the street is due to the fee increment, of which in quotes, he said that they are on the street because they feel that the principal and the finance officer in that institution, there is somehow aware of they are squandering students' money in the name of fee. Their fee has been hiked. For example, at the time he said, Salas Adem himself, he said that their fee has been increased to 18,000. That they don't understand how this 18,000 is coming from the whatever the fee structure has it over 67,189. But to find in Kisumu Hall, there's an increase of 18,000. They have visited these offices severally. They have been to the chief principal's office. They have been to the finance office, and those people are not giving out a clear reason as to why their fee has increased. So you find with that, even if you are as mad as who, as a leader, it is right to go onto the street for that reason. Come to Mawego, some other group are demanding or requesting that we should join the Kisumu National Polytechnic on demonstration. I ask myself, we are demonstrating on what basis? We've seen several students coming to our office with the issue of fee problems. Maybe the fee has been increased by some hundreds or thousands. Then upon verification, we come to realize that there was no increments. It's only that there's a small misunderstanding. Maybe someone was admitted, for example, the last case we handled, someone was admitted in 2025 January. This guy has not paid even a single cent, and we are on November. So when this person is billed for 3 semesters, at the back of his mind, he knows very well that he should be paying 67,189. And he's finding that his arrears are summing up to 71,000. Then, in the same fee structure, if you leave alone the fee that is being paid, hapo chini kuna mali imeandikwa other additional fee. So we told the guy, can you sum up the other additional fee that you've not paid? Then we do as that his fee should be at 72,000 because he hasn't paid even a single cent since he joined. This is someone who has not even paid the 300 shilling for admission, claiming that he was admitted or he was admitted through the sponsorship thing. And remember, the sponsor did not pay this 300 shilling for admission. The sponsor did not pay for the coops. Okay? The sponsor did not pay for the student ID, the 200 for the student ID. So if you sum up all of these other additional charges that you are only required to pay when you are joining on your first year, then it should be summing up to around the 72,000 that we are talking about, if you leave alone the issue of fee. So most of the students who are complaining of this are first year students, and then these are the people who are at one point they have paid the fee part of it but failed to pay the other additional fee. So if you look at the fee statement, the fee structure, we have some other additional fee that you'll have to pay as long as you are still a first year. So that is how it is. But for most of us, for us at Magu National Polytechnic, we've not handled a case that needs going into the street or demonstrating. And just the other day, we said that if you have a fee problem, kindly approach us. But if you want us to go to the street, then can you people come with an evidence that the following people, their fee has been increased and we don't understand where these other areas are being taken into, or the account that is absorbing these other fees. And then from that time, we'll dialogue and then we go to the street. You know, Kisumu Poly are on the street because of lack of communication or lack of understanding between the students and the administration. We haven't reached that point. So at that moment that we shall have reached that point whereby the administration is not understanding us and we don't understand the administration, then we'll also be free to do. But as at now, I think we haven't reached that situation.
If I may ask you,
Yes. Yes.
have you personally been tempted to get to that point where you feel you should be on the street
In Mawego, no. We haven't reached that
as
point.
an individual?
As an individual, I haven't reached that point.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me continue by asking.
Yes.
Currently, we've had issues. In the last few couple of days, we've had issues about security. I think this was something we had addressed previously, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
There's an incident that happened, and I know you're aware of it.
Yeah.
What's your take as a president? What is the administration going to do?
First, allow me register my sincere sorry to the person who was harmed. I'm made to understand that over I think it is 2 days ago, two comrades were attacked at night with unknown individuals. And we have to understand that wherever we are standing today, there's a lot of insecurity. Most of it is being spearheaded by the lack of the police officers. We all know that the police station that we had previously was touched, and we are still working very much hard to ensure that it is reinstated. The issue of insecurity, we've really tried as an office, and have to register this to you people that we've really tried as an office. We've visited almost all the relevant offices until as we speak today, we are working on reinstating the police station that was taught last semester. And I think as at last week, the last time we visited an office was last week, Wednesday, when I was at the county commissioner's office. And the only thing that is remaining is the CDF, is for the CDF to disburse the amount, so the money that was to be used in renovating the police station. Everything is in place. We have the engineer that is on standby. We have the contractor that is on standby, just waiting for that amount to be released from the CDF office. We've made several calls. Even when I heard the story of the story of an attacked boy. I tried reaching the area MP, but I think he was busy. He didn't pick the call. But I left a text. I know I went to the text, and I'm very much sure that something is being done. Other than that, we have also to appreciate the OCPD, Kindu Bay. He has really been trying, and I'm very much sure that the students can confirm that there are some police officers doing their night patrol as from 10, around 10 p.m., from 10 p.m. to around 3 a.m. The police officers doing their patrols within this place. Though it is becoming difficult because they have to commute from Kindu Bay Police Station to Bezafa, somewhere that's around 22 kilometers. So at times it is becoming tiresome, and that is why you find they'll skip some other days, but at least they are trying much. But we are working on that. And then to inform all the comrades, first security begins with an individual. Can you first ensure that you are secured? And I'm very much happy that the Dean of Students today has released a memo uh, on precautions to the comrades that you should be at least try and ensure that wherever you are, you first keep your own safety. So we are working on the security, and I know the most or the one of the biggest challenges the police officers. So we are working on that, and I'm assuring you people that immediately the CDF will disburse that amount, then we'll have our security, our police station back. But we are also not silent about it. We are visiting these officers almost on a weekly basis to ensure that something is done.
In the matter of administration, I think the administration have heard about this happened previously.
Yes.
What's the take of the administration?
I think as wherever we are today, we even have the OB. It was reported, and to the administration, it was reported, and we are up to locate the criminal. In fact, we are really looking for the criminal. The students' body can help us locate the criminal. Whatever the police officers in Kindube are waiting for is let us identify the criminal, and then we call them to come and pick the criminal. But we are working on that. Even the administration is really working on that.
Thank you very much. Lastly, concluding
Yes.
this interview, what are some of the challenges you faced as the president? I've had in our previous interview